Welcome to BCUZ. We have a great show planned for you today. We'll start out today's episode with Pat Casler as she checks out Lynfred for the holidays. Next, Kathleen Benson will check out our Park District Pumpkin Splash. And we'll conclude today's episode as Pat goes out to the Gulf Rose Pet Lodge with Chip Bulson. Stick around. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello and happy holidays from BCUZ. And if you live in the Chicago area, most often when you think of holidays, you think of Lynfred. And joining us today is Lynfred Winery's Director of Public Relations, Christina Anderson-Heller. And Christina, welcome to BCUZ.
Thank you. I'm excited to do this again this year.
Well, it's always fun, and of course, you're such a friend to the Park District. You are the cornerstone of our Solstice Hop and Vine Fest, and of course, Solstice Hop and Vine's all about wine, and so is Lynfred. So, tell us what you have planned. Let's start with Thanksgiving this year.
Well, so the holidays are right around the corner, so I always have to talk about our quintessential Thanksgiving wine, which is cranberry. The cranberry wine is literally 100% fruit. It is 100% awesome, and it's fabulous for your Thanksgiving table. You know, people try to do really heavy wines a lot of times with Thanksgiving dinner, but it's such a rich dish. You need something clean and acidic to clean it all up, and the cranberry wine, nice and chilled, it's good for everybody, whether you like dry or sweet.
So you don't need it gelled in the can, you can get it in the bottle.
You can get it in the wine form. Another one of my favorites for Thanksgiving, you know, it's truly an American holiday, so why not do a truly American-known grape, which is Zinfandel. Even though they say it has ties to Croatia, it is the official grape of California. And the Zinfandel, again, I call it a fruit bomb. Has a lot of that nice fruitiness. It's dry, but it'll still be absolutely beautiful with that turkey. It might even turn a dry turkey a little moist.
Now for some of our viewers who might not know a lot about Lynfred, explain a little bit about how your wines are made and how your grapes are sourced.
So we've actually been in the Roselle area for 36 years. We just had our 36th anniversary in October. The wines themselves, we are what's called an urban winery. So our winemakers, who are both from Chile, actually source all of our grapes from California, Washington, Michigan, Southern Illinois, and we bring all the grapes here and we actually do the production right on site. And we always say, just like you can't make a good meal out of a bad piece of fish, you can't make a good wine without good fruit and good grapes to begin with. So we always buy the best grapes, the best fruits. And you know, a lot of people, when they think of like Midwestern wine, they might think of fruit wines, but that's not all we make. We actually make over 80 different wines, and everything from Alicante Bouschet to Chardonnay to Zinfandel.
So after your Thanksgiving is done and you've enjoyed your cranberry wine, we're looking towards Christmas and the entertaining season.
Absolutely. And going from Thanksgiving to Christmas, another one of my favorite wines is sparkling cranberry wine. We make a sparkling rosé, a sparkling brut, but you know, you're coming up on Christmas. This is something, the sparkling cranberry can go all the way from Thanksgiving all the way through to New Year's, and maybe even Valentine's Day later, farther on.
Because it's pink.
Exactly. But you know, when the holidays, you think, of course, snow and a Chicago winter, so you got to warm up. And what better way to do that with like a mulled wine? And we have our white Christmas and red Christmas.
Now, that's mulled, as in warmed?
They're warmed wine, absolutely. So what our winemakers do is they actually take a red wine and a white wine and they steep them with different spices. So the red wine is made with cinnamon and cloves and allspice, whereas the white one is made with cardamom and cinnamon. And so these wines, you warm them up and you go outside, you play in the snow, you come back in and you warm yourself up with the Christmas wines.
Actually, I think you provided.
We do. Taste here. And if you smell it, it smells like.
I go right to the taste.
It smells like Christmas.
Totally. And I can just imagine if you were having a Christmas party or entertaining or dinner, to have this on the oven or on the stove would really make your house smell yummy.
It makes your house smell amazing, and it makes everybody festive and fun.
So in addition to the wine at Christmas, you also have just a myriad of gifts and ideas here at the winery.
We do. We have so many fun things, everything from elegant to tchotchke. And what I love, one of my favorite things, they're probably the most popular right now, are there's a chance there might be wine in this coffee mug. These are one of our most popular sellers right now. Just kind of fun, but really cute for like a stocking stuffer. We have beautiful wine glasses. We have these are one of my favorite brands. This is called Lolita. And Lolita actually has the glass, and then on the bottom, they have a recipe for a wine cocktail. And so these are a lot of fun because they're beautiful. They're more like a keepsake. But we also have serious glasses like Riedel and things like that as well that we can use for, a beautiful, elegant table.
Just learned something. I always thought it was Riedel.
So actually, that's very true. Riedel, of course, the wine glass company. I actually got to do a tasting with one of the Riedel family, and it's Riedel like Beetle.
Wow, so you heard it here.
Absolutely. Riedel like Beetle, and we carry the Riedel glasses.
So we've talked a little bit about getting through Christmas, then we look at New Year's, and of course your sparkling wine.
The sparkling wines. We actually make about 100,000 gallons of wine here every year, but we also make about 2,000 gallons of our sparkling wines. And this is our sparkling, just the sparkling brut wine that we actually chocolate dip in chocolate. So we take the bottle of wine, we dip it 7 different times in Swedish gourmet chocolate, and then what you do is you tap off the chocolate, open the sparkling wine, and it's a peel and drink experience.
Because there's cellophane first on the bottle, and you peel the cellophane, the chocolate's on top.
Exactly. So this is just the cost of the wine plus the chocolate dip. The chocolate dip is $25, and then this wine happens to be $25, so it's a $50 gift. It is such a fun surprise for people, and I know you know how to make these because we made these together one year for one of the shows. So.
And maybe we can find some in our video vault to show.
I think you could. They're a lot of fun, and it's one of those exciting experiences when you bring it to someone's house.
So we've gotten through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and we're sliding right into Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day, the ultimate experience would be to give a bed and breakfast night stay here at the winery. For those that don't know, we actually have 4 gorgeous bed and breakfast suites. They're done in French, Italian, German, and American wine countries, and it is truly a pampering experience. The majority of people that stay with us live within about 30 miles, and they're coming in to just really enjoy and get away. And it includes breakfast and cheese and chocolate and, of course, wine.
So the ultimate in staycation.
The ultimate in staycation. And also we do fun different things. We have food and wine pairings. We have wine tasting. During February, we always do a chocolate truffle and wine pairing. We have a beautiful founder's room that we just opened where you can have like a true concierge level style wine tasting experience. And gift cards, of course, that you can give towards that. But, when I think about the wine, we have a Sweetheart Red that is a lot of fun. It's a sweet red wine, and it's absolutely beautiful with chocolate.
Now, for our viewers out there, how soon would you make reservations for, say, Valentine's Week?
Valentine's Week, I would do it like right now. I would call because Valentine's Week and weekend book up very quickly. But you can always give a gift certificate as a stay, so you could stay at a later date, which would be nice as well.
Well, thank you. And you do have gift cards available too.
Absolutely. And the gift cards are good for wine tastings, for absolutely anything, all the fun little wine gifts as well.
Do you have any special events coming up between now and the holidays?
Oh, well, with the holidays coming up, we actually have right before Thanksgiving a casino night on the 20th of November. We are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. through the holidays. Starting on November 20th through December 23rd, we stay 9 to 9 every day. And that first night we stay open until 9. We're doing this casino night. We have companies coming in. They're doing big blackjack and poker tables. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, would that be a reservation event?
Correct. That's a reservation destination event. It's $85, includes gambling, wine, cocktails, food, everything. And then we also have, as the holidays roll around, we will be doing all of our fun Valentine's Day packages. We always do a wine and chocolate pairing class, which is one of my favorites. And then as the year comes up, we do a Garrett popcorn pairing class.
Now that's different.
We believe in making wine fun and approachable, and so the popcorn pairing class is one of my favorites. We pair up, I've actually done a guest blogger for them, and we pair up like their cheddar corn with Merlot. It's a lot of fun, and it's probably one of our most well-attended events of the year.
So that's a way you really bring Garrett's to Schaumburg too.
Absolutely. And it's fun because we show people that you don't have to have, a very fancy crown roast dinner or something like that. You can have it with your popcorn. You can have it with pizza. We try to make it as fun as possible.
Now, you are the ultimate entertainer. You've worked with chefs. You've worked here at Lynfred and truly built their PR business along with the business. If you were to give our viewers out there one piece of holiday entertaining advice, what would it be?
To be relaxed and have fun. Have a glass of wine before your guests arrive. You sound better if they're drinking. I think, it's mainly about having a good time. And as long as you are the ultimate hostess by making sure everybody else is having fun, everything's going to be wonderful.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And get to Lynfred. And you also have a wonderful website.
Lynfredwinery.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook. You can find us just about anywhere.
So don't forget your holiday wine and gift items from Lynfred this season, and we'll be back after these messages.
Kathleen Benson with the Schaumburg Park District. Today we're at the Pumpkin Splash at the CRC Waterworks. We're going to dive for some pumpkins, decorate some pumpkins, even have a little snack. So come along. Splash with a special group of girls. And what's this little girl's name right here? What's your name, honey?
Anna.
Anna, how old are you?
I'm almost 8 years old.
8? And what are you doing here at the Pumpkin Splash?
I'm having a birthday party. And here are all my friends.
Oh my God! So all your friends are at your birthday party. That's so exciting. So what have you done so far here?
I went on the drop slide. I went on the other slides. By the way, this is my sister Kate. She's older than me. Anyway, so I went swimming. We went on the slides. Stuff like that.
Is this like a fun thing to do at your birthday party?
Yeah, it is.
All right, and who are some of your other friends here? What's your name?
Emma.
And what's your name?
Paige.
And how about you?
Hannah.
Anna, and how about you?
Brooklyn.
All right, and one more. How about you?
Sophia.
All right, and as everybody, let's say Pumpkin Splash rocks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pumpkin Splash rocks!
our master hula hoopers. What's your name, buddy?
Howie.
And what's your name?
Sophia.
How old are you, Sophia?
I am 9.
How old are you, Howie?
6.
And Sophia, who is this? Is this your friend or who is this?
He's my brother.
Oh, yeah, you two kind of look alike. And what are we going to do here today, Howie?
Hula hoop.
Hula hoop. Are you pretty good at that?
Yes.
Yeah, are you really good, Sophia?
Yes, I'm really, really good.
All right, how many hula hoops are you going to do?
I'm going to do 3.
Wow, I cannot wait to see that. So I'm going to back away and you guys are going to hula hoop for our friends here on the TV. Go.
Abigail Summers.
And what's your name?
Peyton.
And what was your favorite thing about the pumpkin splash?
I just like the spinning thing that goes.
Oh, you like playing the games?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what did you like the best?
I like when you pick up the pumpkins from the water. It's actually really fun. So you take 2 pumpkins and you put them at your table so that you can see if you can win something, like a prize.
Awesome. Are you going to do some hula hooping here for us? And maybe you can show us some of your dance moves, okay? Yeah. Okay, all right, so go ahead. Oh, okay, okay, there you go. Was a great pumpkin splash. We found a couple pumpkins in the pool. We had a snack. We made a craft. We even watched our adult friends go and do a pumpkin dash. It was so great. You really missed out. Come check us out next year, right before Halloween.
We're now over at the pet hospital, and what came first, the lodge or the pet hospital?
Believe it or not, they both came at the same time. This hospital was built in about 1988, and originally the hospital and boarding facility were together. in the property next door. And then as times changed and the area grew, the hospital grew with it. And they built this hospital. And we've recently outgrown this hospital, so we have a new one coming. And so now our lodge is next door, and the hospital is here. And in a short period, we'll be just one door over.
And you offer complete veterinary care here.
That's correct. You can get vaccines and heartworm prevention, surgery, intensive care services, emergency services. Golf Rose is open 24 hours a day for all types of services. During the day, the doctors see patients by appointment and emergency, and then in the evening hours and overnight on emergency only.
And as we've been going through the tour, you've been giving us some guidelines on pet health and care, and you actually have a chip?
A microchip, and this, along with vaccines, I believe are probably one of the most important things you can do for your pet. At some point in every pet's life with their family, they're probably going to be away from their owner once or twice. By mistake, as we talked about earlier, maybe the gate gets left open or just by accident. We just don't know how things happen. And I believe that these microchips are some of the best things we can do to get our pets back home when they're lost. And it's a tiny little chip, and it's administered just like a vaccine with a hypodermic needle, and it's placed underneath their skin. And there's just a number on this microchip.
So is there a chip in there?
There is a chip inside that needle right there. And the way we find out what that chip is we use readers like this. And most police cars have readers like this. So let's say your dog is lost and someone finds your dog and calls the police department. A police officer can wave this wand over your dog's back and find the chip number and then call Avid. When you get a microchip in your dog, you register the microchip with a company called PetTrack, or the manufacturer of the microchip, with your name and phone number and address, and the police officer can call them and say, whose dog is this? And they'll say, it's Pat Casler's, and this is where she lives, and they can drive your dog back home. And if you're not home, they can always bring the dog here, and then we'll get a hold of you. Maybe you're working or you're away, and we'll arrange for you to get them back home.
Because the vets also keep track of the numbers. If I had my dog chipped here, you would keep track of the number that was in him.
Absolutely. Yes, we keep a record. All veterinarians will keep a record of the microchips they give. And as well, PetTrack is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're just like us. They never close.
You're going to show us the lab now and tell us about some of the kind of high-tech veterinary care that you offer your patients.
Sure, absolutely. Let's take a look.
As this is a full care veterinary services center, what are some of the lab tests and some of the possibly high-tech procedures you provide here for pets?
Well, the lab equipment nowadays is high-tech, and in some ways not necessarily high-tech, as we have a microscope. A lot of times the doctors will utilize just a basic microscope to make diagnoses, and other times they need this very high-tech lab equipment. And for example, in the next room over, we have digital x-ray systems. So nowadays there's no films like we were used to seeing when we were kids. It's all computerized. And the great thing about the lab equipment here is the doctors can get results right away. And Golf Rose also runs 2 pieces of every lab equipment that they have. So let's say your dog is having some routine blood work done, and then an emergency comes in and the emergency doctor needs blood work right away. At times these machines can take 15 or 20 minutes to run a test, and the doctor needs to know right now. So we do keep 2 levels of everything so that the doctors can keep going if they need to in an emergency situation.
And as with the Pet Lodge, are you all animal care here, birds and reptiles and?
Yes, we do care for. We have 2 veterinarians that treat birds and reptiles. We have Dr. Curzea and Dr. Muskell. They will treat birds and reptiles. Some of our other vets do, but they tend to really focus on it. And all the vets work on all other small animals, dogs and cats.
How many vets do you have on staff?
We have 10 veterinarians on staff.
So, and you're staffed full 24/7.
Yes, there is always a licensed veterinarian here at Golf Rose around the clock.
Well, what is our next stop?
Our next stop is the new hospital.
So we've seen the new pet lodge and the current animal hospital, and in the background here we see what's going on for the future of Golf Rose. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right, what you see here is a new animal hospital that is going up. It should be complete in about 6 or 8 months, and we're excited to have it. It provides a lot more room for our staff to work. It also provides some additional exam rooms as we've outgrown our current facility, and we just need a little bit more space. And we're just looking for a new look and also more room to work in.
And what will happen to the current hospital?
We haven't decided yet what we're doing right here yet, but we know very shortly we will be right next door.
So Chip, we're a little closer here. What are some of the features of the new hospital?
Well, what we've got in this new hospital, we have a much more accessible hospital. For instance, our emergency patients, a lot of patients that come in for emergency need lab work right away, and they need diagnostic imaging right away, x-rays. And so what we've done is make it where if we have an immobile pet or a very ill pet, they can get into our x-ray center quickly, and we can begin diagnostics right away. So quicker care, easier care, means we can get that animal home sooner.
Well, you sure have the full range of pet services and pet care. And anything else you would like to tell our viewership at the Park District today?
We love having the partnership with the Park District. We enjoy working at the dog park, and we hope to continue and have a lot of fun with it.
And with the holidays coming up, how soon would you recommend that people get their boarding reservations in?
With holidays, the sooner the better. At least a month in advance for holidays. During the week and off-peak times, you generally can get a little bit closer, but holidays, you want a good month ahead.
Well, thank you for joining us today on Because.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, take time for fun.